Hello YouTube, this is MetaFalco again, and on this hot July summer day, I'm bringing you Figma 178 Asuna. Good Smile recently re-released her, and so I wanted her and I decided to pre-order her, and now she's here. So, let's look at Asuna herself. There we go, let's move her out a bit. So, zooming in here, at first glance, she is very, very nice, and the detail on her is also very nicely painted as well. So there's her leggings, her little anklets there. The lines are nicely painted, and I'll try to zoom in here. There we go. So you can see they're very, very nicely done. Her belt there, her skirt, the lines on her skirts, the wrinkles, and even little crosses on the side here. They're also very nicely painted. Oh, zoom out. There we go. And even her hands are nicely painted and sculpted too. So her arm is nicely painted, her little straps there are also nicely painted. The crest on her chest is also painted nicely, and so is her face. Very nicely done, nicely painted, and there she is in all her glory, smiling for the camera at YouTube. So let's spin her around a bit. So there she is. So let's bring her in a bit, spin her around. So her hair is also nicely painted, very smooth and clean. There's the joint in her hair for moving it, which I will get into later. There we go. So, to get this out of the way first, her size, she comes in at just about, not including the articulated base, she comes in at just about 12, 13, probably 13 centimeters, as you can see there. I don't know if you can see it too closely, I'll zoom in. So, she's pretty decent sized, and for a size comparison to another figure I have, here she is next to Mikasa from Attack on Titan, her Figma. So Mikasa's a bit taller, but Asuna's a bit shorter. So there's a little idea if you have Mikasa and you want Asuna. Okay, let's take a look at her accessories. So she comes with this set of hands. Since she was re-released, I was expecting them to make the Figma 200 plus ball joint hands, but they stuck with the old style peg hands. So you have some fists, open hands, obtuse angle hands for holding the sword, and a regular holding hand. So there it is. She also comes with the lambent light, and it's very nicely painted as well. Nice finish there. There we go. And it comes with the sheath as well, also nicely painted with a peg for sticking it onto Asuna. And the sheath is also a working sheath, so you can put it in. She also comes with the Silveric Rapier with also working sheath. Put it in there. This is the sword that she started the game with, and also both are nicely painted as well. Put it there. She comes with probably the best part, the super fast effect parts for using with the lambent light, the middle part comes out here, and you just stick it in there like so. So that looks pretty cool. Now, she also comes with her little, in addition to her little happy face there, she comes with a angry face, which is probably for fighting, and a little blush upset face, which is probably for Kirito. Now, for these hands, they come with a little peg design that predates the 200 joints, the Figma 200 joints, and to hold the sword, you just stick it in there, and there it is. So to change hands, I'll use this hand for example. So there we go. To change her hand, you pull off her hand here, and this little part here, which is also very nicely painted. Oh, zoom out. So this part here also comes off, which is really cool. And so you take that out. You take the replacement hand, and you stick it on there just like so, and then you stick on the hand back there, and voila, there she is with the lambent light. And on her side is a little hole for the peg of the sheath for the swords. So this is the sheath for the lambent light respectively, and here it is. To put it in, simply just take the peg, drive it in a bit forward there. Not sure if you can see it. Drive it in there. It took me a while to get this down, but it's pretty easy now. And it's almost in there. There we go. So, as you can see, the sheath is also articulated, so it'll match whatever pose you decide to put her in when she's fighting with it. And to change her face, you simply just, there we go. Oh, whoops. So you take the front of her hair off, like so. Oh, there we go. Take off her face, and replace it with any other face that she comes with. So you just stick it on there, and you pop the front hair back on. There, now she has the fighting face, and she has her sword. Now, moving on, let's go to her articulation. So let's take off her articulated base, and let's see. Oh, and this little part here, it also comes with the base, and it's like a little optional piece for your Figma. Okay, zoom out. Okay, and as you can see already, the hair, it moves back quite a bit, and you can articulate it up and down. And now, moving on to the head, we have a little down, move up the hair again, up, so that's pretty good. And another thing to point out, her hair here, it's also made of a soft rubber, so it won't get in the way of articulation. Next is her shoulders. It can move up, and since there's that little soft rubber material again of the shoulder straps, they won't get in the way of articulation, but be careful as they seem very fragile. So same with the other arm, and so you have her elbow here, so it goes all the way up there, back, and with her pre-200 joints, down and up. And that's the same with her other hand too. So all her hands are articulated and have pegs like that, except for the wide angle hands. These ones shown right here, they don't have articulation. Now moving on, her chest, let me get it out of the way. It's down, up, so down and up, and at her waist, we have a little side to side. And for her legs and her cape can go back very, very far. So back, so it won't get in the way of articulation. So let's move her rapier's sheath out of the way, all the way back. So that's pretty far. To the front now. And her skirt is also made up of a soft plastic, so it won't get in the way of articulation either. Soft rubber plastic there, as you can see. It does look a bit funny there, but it's not a big issue. So we have her bend there at the knee, back on her foot, forward on her foot. And I have to mention that these little anklets here, they are made of a soft rubber as well, so they won't get in the way of the articulation of the feet. Now, overall, Asuna is a very, very nicely done Figma. I'm glad that they re-released her, because everywhere has been selling them for like double or even triple her price, so I'm glad they re-released it. It was a good move on Max Factory. And if you're wondering, I got Asuna off of Tokyo Otaku Mode. That's where I got her. And there's a little DI stage in the back for the DI stage that comes with Good Smile Company, right here. That one, Asuna. And I have to mention that the box is also old style that predates the 200 Figmas with its pictures on the box. And overall, Asuna is very good. She's amazing. I paid how much? $45 for her, and it's definitely worth it. So I suggest you get her now while she still costs less, because I saw her on Amazon for about $200 some people would sell her for, but since they re-released her, I'm sure the price has went down. Let's take another look at her with her angry face and her sword, but let's end it off on a good note. I don't want her in her angry face, I want her to be happy. So here we go. Change our face again and put her smile on her face. There we go. So what else can I say? She's excellent paint job, nicely sculpted. Max Factory and Good Smile, they do a good job. And so I'll see you next time, YouTube. Thank you for watching, and this is Metafalco signing off.